with the sense objects, and how the desire gets cause, becomes the cause for the bondage in the worldly objects. And without the desire, what will be the state? And if at all desires are seen, or there are some kinds of desires, that should be on the truth only. How it is? Desires on truth, to realize the truth, or to have the knowledge of the truth, or to think of the truth, or to think of the shadow of the truth which is called world, or the reflection of the truth which is known as the world. So though you are thinking of the world and desiring for the objects of the world, yet you are not attached to it, not bound to it, because on the base the truth is there. Truth is the real object, real matter, which is all pervading, all knowing, and all powerful. So there cannot be two truths. So if one is there, then if at all we see something other than it, it must be its a shadow or reflection within itself. In this way, if at all we desire for some things in this world on the basement of the truth, with the connectivity with the truth, that means on the truth only we think everything. So in that way, if you desire for something or think of anything, that doesn't cause any bondage. That is not known as desires or objects. For example, if you want to see yourself, you cannot see your eyes ordinarily. You want to see your nose. You want to see your ears. Can you see your ears? So what is the process? You want to see your ears. What to do? You have to bring a mirror and see your eyes. Eyes is the eyes. Similarly, you see yourself, your face you see. That means you are always thinking of yourself in the form of some shadows or some uh, reflections, something which is within you, and yet it appears to be something different than you. In this way, if you want to see yourself, it is not called desire. It cannot have any attachment nor bondage, because you are you are. So if you see yourself, are you attached to? Can you say, I am attached to my body? You are the body. Body wants to see the body. So it is not at all taken as a desire, nor it is cause for any bondage or displeasure. Nothing it can create, because it is within you and it is yourself in some way which is not direct, indirect yourself. In this way, he says, if at all some desires are there, And if it is concerned with the truth, then those desires are not called desires, they are not harmful, they will not cause any attachment or bondage. Such desires are seen in a wise man. We see the man of knowledge, a realized soul, he does everything. All the actions he does just as a worldly person. Outwardly there is no difference between the actions of a ignorant person and a wise person. Then where is the difference? Difference only is inwardly. Inwardly, the wise man has no attachment, nor he thinks any object is outside him. If at all he sees some names and forms, he knows it. It is his own mental projection outside. So it is not other than himself. In this way he understands the truth, and though he sees everything, does everything, inwardly he understands that outward world is nothing but projection of the inner heart. Whereas the ignorant person, he is never introvert. He is always extrovert, and he thinks everything is outside him and everything is true. It is not shadow nor reflection, it is true because it is visible. All these names and forms, they are really existing as such. He is bound to all these names and forms outside which is visible to him, and by having contact with it, the ignorant person gets informative knowledge about it, and while repeating it, he gets the desire to have it and enjoy it. This way, enjoyment of the desired objects of this visible outside world is bondage, and it is harmful for the ignorant persons. They take it to be true. And the wise persons, though they see the outside world and they behave with it, they do all sorts of transactions, yet inwardly they know they are dealing with the shadows. Just as an elderly person, he knows the child which sees the ghost is not there, but yet he talks about the ghost. Yes, yes, my dear child, that ghost will come to you if you play havoc. Keep quiet. The ghost will come to you. He will take you to the forest. Yes. Is it? The child asks, is it? Yes. Why he should take me? Yes, he is very hungry. He eats only children. He will catch you and put you in his bag and take you to the forest, to his cave, and one after another he will go on eating all the children what he catches here. Don't shout, or else he will hear your sound and come here. Go to bed, sleep, keep your mouth shut. So, the elderly man does everything, talks everything about the ghost, but he knows it is false. There is no ghost. Only to play with the child, he talks about the ghost and explains about the ghost, where does he live, what does he do, all these. Similarly, a wise man behaves in this world, does everything, talks about the world, but he knows it is all assumed ghosts or some black imaginary spots of the child which is not at all there. Sometimes we talk of something which we have not known anything about it. We don't know anything about it. But yet we talk about it. Huh? So many things. Though we know nothing about it, yet we talk and we desire for it also. Somebody narrated something, explained something, some good aspects of something which we have not seen nor heard about it. So if he explains, oh, that thing is like that, and if you have it with you, you will be very strong. Huh? And all your problems will be over. That is like that. Say Nagamani, Chintamani, you know what is, you have heard about Chintamani. Chintamani will fulfilling jewel. Yes. So you have heard about it. Have you seen it? If I go on explaining it, if you keep it, no troubles you will face. And whatever you desire, you will get it easily. And it is obtained by penance. If you can do this for this month, these days, and you will observe some rules and regulations, it will appear before you and it will give you a boon. So you should ask him, please be with me all the time. In this way, you should ask, and that if if the gem is with you, you are the richest person under the sun. So what will happen? Naturally, we will desire for it. So desires are not only concerned with the usual objects which we have contact, we know about it, but yet we can have desire also for so many things which we don't know at all. In this way, some desires which are understood thoroughly well, which are which are just baseless. There is the objects for which the desire expects, the objects are also not there, and desire of getting it also baseless, meaningless. And where is the attachment then? And where is the bondage then? So man of understanding, clear understanding, he laughs at all these, but yet he will talk about it. Suppose he knows everything, a grown-up child, he will ask some old man, my dear grandfather, sometimes you used to tell me about the ghosts. Nowadays you are not telling about it. Why? If a elderly child asks his grandfather, what will the grandfather will say? He will tell about the stories. Yes, my dear child, you are very small. You had no understanding. You had uh, some fear and you were naughty. So I was talking about those ghosts to you which were not there. The elderly person is talking about the ghosts which is not there, which were not there. And he is explaining to the grown-up child that what stories I told about the ghosts, it was all some false. Similarly, the great gurus and teachers and wise people, saints and sages, the seers, they talk about the world, how the world is created, who has created it, and how what is the process, and how it remains for some time with names and forms, and how the world looks like, and then where does it get uh, dissolved. All these they talk about, which is not there. And in the end, in the beginning they say, in the end also, the world is not there what I am talking. It is only imaginary, some thoughts. It is not at all seen anywhere. In this way, he wants and he explains to the ignorant persons on the world only. World was not created, not it is there. Some cloud in the sky appeared all of a sudden in the evening autumn. Autumn is without clouds. And yet some patch of cloud was seen in the western sky. And you see, I saw some some rabbits and some cats were there in that cloud. Yes, and there also I saw the letter Om was there. I have seen it. Does it have any sense? I have seen all this in the cloud, which is not there. After few minutes it disappeared. In this way, the wise people always talk about the world, how it is created and how it remains. You should not disturb everyone. लेट होने से उधर बैठना, कोई एक्सक्यूज नहीं. आएंगे बीच में और कहीं घुस करके वहाँ बैठूंगा. वाई गया, हमारा जो बात हो रहा था सब गया तुम्हारी वजह से. How dare you do? How dare you enter in the class? कोई क्लास चल रहा है तो उसके बीच में तुम जाकर के घुस जाता हो टीचर का बिना पूछे. talking about? Clouds, desire. Desire, we have seen something in a patch of cloud which was not there. For some time, for a minute, it was visible, and then it was disappeared. And we talk so much about it. Similarly, the great people, they talk about this world which appears for a moment and it disappears after a while. What is millions and billions of years for you, it is a moment for the universal time. Universal time. And truly speaking, there is no time. Universally, it is only some assumption, comparison between the objects which are not there. So, neither there is any space, nor time, nor any situations, nor names and forms, there is no relationship, there is nothing. But yet it is talked about, it is discussed about. So many things, whole life we talk about this only, world about only. So, when you contemplate seriously, deeply, without having distraction, one-pointedly, analytically, bringing all the logics, then you will find everything dwindles into nothing. There is no world. People, the great people talk about it, telling it was not there, it appeared to be just as the mirage in the deserts or just as the bubbles in the water. It appeared to be something other than water for a while, and then it disappeared in the water itself. Yataha sarvani bhutani bhavante aharagame. When the day starts, all these names and forms, all these objects, they come out of the womb of the Absolute and they appear to be something for some time, in some way or other, somewhere or other, at some time or other. Nothing is clear. And they again disappear in the same way where from they came. Where did that patch of cloud go at night? Where from it came? How could you see it in the sky? It was not there. Just some atmosphere, humidity, they got together in some way or other and they appeared to be some cloud. And they disappear again when the temperature and other conditions were as before. In this way, all these worlds, not one your world, there are innumerable worlds. Everybody has one world in his mind. And if you at all say your solar system or your galaxy, there is no countable digit how many such galaxies and creations are there, worlds are there. Nobody knows it because your mind is so limited, you can only think of little things. This way, all these, they appear and disappear nowhere without any reason, just as so many beautiful buildings appear in your mind when you are sitting all alone and thinking of your future. I shall make a bungalow in this way. All the details will be there in your mind. And after some time it is gone. Similarly, all these worlds, they appear in the cosmic mind, which is not there. Mind is not some object which we can find out somewhere. Mind is the name of something which is not there. How do you say it is not there? Can you say the wave is there in the water? Can you say the wave is true? The whirlpool was, so many whirlpool were there. When I went to Ganga bank, I saw the water was rushing down and there are so many whirlpools. Did you see? What did you see? Similarly, all these worlds are not at all there. There is no cosmic mind. So how all these come? How all these came up? Where from? It is just like the ghost in the mind of the child. All these we have discussed here. Yes, Guruji?
From a relative point of view, so basically desires are ghosts.
Yes. They will catch you and take you to the forest, to the cave, lonely cave, and they will make some paste out of you, chutney. Desires are ghosts. Be away from them.
ऐसा भी same है तो are we are eating the desires or desires are eating us?
Both way.
So are we are eating jalebi? Jalebi is also eating us.
Jalebi also is eating you. So be careful. Don't touch it, it will eat you. Don't go near it. It will catch you and swallow. It takes the form of, just as Hanuman takes the form of gigantic figure and kills all those demons. Similarly, the desire will take the form of sugar and diabetes, and it will eat you away. Yes, be careful. So, we see these, the desire to enjoy the desired objects are not seen in the mind of a realized soul, and ignorant worldly persons, they have always the desires, and due to desires only they suffer in this world. and the cause is misunderstanding or ignorance. Man of knowledge will never suffer, though it appears he has desires. He does everything. We see it, but he does nothing. He does nothing. Just as a child goes to a river bed and in the sandy beach, it goes on creating so many things out of sand. Some temples, some houses, and the road, and the bus, and everything out of sand only. So seriously, so meaningfully, he creates all those. And the moment the mother calls him, "Arey Pappu, it is school time. Have you forgotten? Shall I come with the cane?" "Yes, ma'am, I am coming." Kicks all those in a second. All those creations are gone. They have again become the sand. Similarly, all this, there is no cosmic mind here. There was no such a city of sand, nor it is here now. It was something, somehow it appeared in the sandy beach. Similarly, similarly, in the absolute truth, all these waves, all these names and forms, they appear just as we see something in dark night as ghosts, or we see the snake on the rope at dark night, or we see the lion in the dense forest in dark night. It was a stone lion, and because it was night, pitch dark, so you saw it is a living lion. So in this way, all these worlds, they appear and disappear. There is no truth in it. This is known perfectly well by a wise man. This is called realization. This is called realization. Nobody realizes the truth really. We say self-realization. Self-realization. Realization, if you try to understand the meaning, realization is discovery. Discovery of the object which was there before. It is not invention, nor anything other than it. Realization of the truth means discovering the truth. How to discover? Who has to discover? You yourself. You have to discover yourself. How? They give many examples, just as Kasturi tilak, Kasturi mriga nabhi vasata hai, mriga dhunde van mahi. The musk deer, it goes, runs in the whole forest to see the source of the fragrance, but it is in its navel. Similarly, we search for some pleasure, some bliss in the objects of senses outside world, which is not to be found. It is within yourself. It is in you. It is in you. You are searching for it outside. So realization of the truth means discovering yourself. Discovering. You have covered up it. So take out the covering. And what is covering? Your so-called ignorance which is not there. That ignorance can be said as forgetfulness. Just as you don't see your backside, can you forget it? I have a back, but do you see it? Can you deny it? Similarly, the truth is truth. Truth, because it is so transparent, so clear, so perfect, it, it reflects within itself. Just as the big waves, tides, are reflected in the same water, just as a round mirror reflects in the mirror itself. Similarly, the absolute reflects in absolute itself, which is known as, reflection is known as the world, so-called world. And the first reflection is one, then it appears in three directions. It is called three qualities. And then it goes on multiplying because of vibrations, because of its transparency. It, in a moment, it becomes innumerable. It is not in sequence, it is all of a sudden. So some people say the world is nothing but a chance, akasmat, by or all of a sudden, akasmat. It is not there. Somehow or some other, it appears to be which disappears in a moment. Your innumerable years, such time which you imagine, it is not at all there. It is just a twinkling of an eye of the cosmic. You see some scientists of NASA, long ago they declared, they saw some stars, a group of stars in the sky, and they disappeared afterwards. They saw all of a sudden some stars, a group of stars formed in the form of an eye. And those stars also had this, some colors which resemble as an eye. So they named it God's eye. And they calculate by some methods that every 3,000 years it appears and remains for 3,000 years and disappears for 3,000 years. That means that's how they have named it as God's eye. So the God twinkles in 3,000 years, which is our time, and it again closes its eyes for a second, for a fraction of a second, which is our 3,000 years. So we are just caught up by the idea of time, space, conditions, names and forms, our transactions, to give something, to take something, our relationships with all these outside names and forms, all these together makes a network where we are totally cut up. ये Indrajal, the network of magic. So we have discussed all these in this chapter, and in the end we came to the state of a wise man, how he thinks, how he sees, how he behaves. That also we have now discussed. The wise man, of course, he does everything like a worldly man, but inwardly he has clear understanding, thorough knowledge, experience that all these outside projections are not at all real. They are only the projection of his own internal thought waves, and he rests in the heart, in the truth, always without any break, without any interruption. Yet outwardly he does everything as a child's play or the ghosts or some resemblances or some imaginary, some games they play in their mind. This much we can understand about the mind of a realized soul. They have mind, we say, but they really have no mind because they are always steady, always calm and quiet. They are silent inwardly, outwardly. We see other people, they see the movements of their body and mind and senses, which they are not concerned about it. Just as a driver was driving the car and there was a slope, quite long slope, and thinking it is sloping down, so why to spend our fuel unnecessarily? He off the engine, and then he was driving slowly because he had no sleep last night. So he started sleeping. But it was slope, so the car was moving on. This is how the car, movement of the car. There is speed, car is moving, but there is no driver, no fuel, nothing. We see the movement, isn't it? Similarly, the wise people do everything because of momentum, because of their pre-momentum. It is there. So, the body is going on. As long as that momentum remains, so long they will be seen as if they are doing everything. And that momentum is nothing but prarabdha, which is already taken out and schemed. It is desired or designed by the cosmic will. Once he was a part of it. Now the body, though it has got no connection with the realized soul, yet The body is there, body is built by the nature. Nature means imagination. It is imagined and it is going on yet. So that it will go on. As long as the momentum of the imaginations remain, so long the body will go on. So the body will be doing everything. It will be seen by other ignorant persons, but for him he does nothing. He rests in the absolute silence inwardly and body goes on doing everything. This is the state of the wise man. And we discuss it only to have the idealism. This is the real state and this is called the state of realization. And what we were just now discussing, this is to be discovered. This is to be remembered again. We have forgotten it. We means our ignorance. And this ignorance is, say, it is so powerful. It covers up the knowledge of every being, just as the clouds cover up the sun and the sky in rainy days. Similarly, this ignorance, all these misunderstandings, all these names and forms with which we behave, they cover up as it were like an envelope, registered letter envelope. It covers up the inside matters written in the letter. Similarly, all these, our daily transactions, our life with a body and senses and mind, prana, which is giving some energy or momentum to act, and mind in fourfold way, the intellect, subconscious mind, and the ego, all these together, they make a patch of cloud to cover up the purest heart, which is not visible to the cloudy eyes. The cloud itself is ignorance. So it is something somehow, somewhere, which is known as ignorance to whom? To itself. Ignorance is known to ignorance. The knowledge cannot know what is ignorance. The fire cannot know what is cold. Cold knows cold, and fire knows fire. The fire cannot know what is cold, and the snow cannot know what is fire. So all these questions, who is ignorant? Who is unable to see the truth? All these questions are baseless questions. If you analyze all these questions, the questions are not to be found. No ignorance is there. Then why do you talk of ignorance? Nobody talks. If you say, why do you talk of ignorance? The answer is, why do we hear about ignorance? Why do you think about the ignorance? Because you think so, I talk about it. Same point is explained to Rama by Vasistha ji, telling, my dear Ram, don't think of the desire, think of the truth. If you go on thinking of desire, then where is its root, why it is created, who created, what is the effect of it, all such nonsense you will have to discuss and spend your time unnecessarily. Don't think of these desires, they are not at all found. Just kick them off and think of the truth. And this same thing in yoga, yoga of Patanjali, it is said, Pratipaksha Bhavana. Don't think of the world. If you have some negative thoughts or harmful thoughts, worldly thoughts, don't worry about it, don't try to drive them out or get rid of it. Don't do such things. You have to just forget it. Be indifferent towards it and bring some useful positive thoughts which will lead you to thoughtless state. Similarly, we can say, have some desires. If at all you have desires, you are unable to get rid of it, then have some desires which are positive. Have some desire to be desireless. Have some desire to know the truth. Have some desire to get out of desires. Such desires will help you, and the darkness will fight with darkness, and both they will disappear. Just as if you are afraid of some ghosts, you can chant some mantras of ghosts to drive out some ghosts. There are some mantras. Sabari mantra. Sabar mantra, it is created by Lord Shiva because he is Bhutanath. So, Sabar mantra, some alphabets which is designed in a way which has got no meaning at all. No meaning. They are called Sabar mantras. They are used in Tantra, Mantra, other things. So, such mantras can drive out your ghosts, your Betal, Bhoot, Dakini, Sakini, everything, everybody will be driven out. They cannot dare enter your periphery if you chant such mantras. And these mantras are meaningless. Why? It drives out meaningless ghosts. Because you have faith on it. It is our mantra, created by Lord Shiva. So it has got so much effect, so strong mantra, so that faith itself disappears, makes the ghost disappear. So ignorance is activated against ignorance, and both they disappear. Yesterday we were discussing about removing a thorn by another thorn, or having win over your enemy by making him fight with another enemy. Enemy with enemy.
Paranormal activities.
क्या?
Paranormal activities.
क्या?
पैरानॉर्मल एक्टिविटीज,
paranormal activity.
एग्जिस्टेंस में रहती है क्या, अस्तित्व में है?
मैं सुन नहीं पा रहा हूँ, थोड़ा क्लियरली बोलो, लाउडली बोलो.
पैरानॉर्मल एक्टिविटीज इन एग्जिस्टेंस.
When you say paranormal, it itself means it is not existing. Whatever is normal, we are in normal. Are you abnormal or abnormal? How can you talk of, if you are normal, how can you talk of abnormal things? And if you are abnormal, you are abnormal by itself. We can talk about normal things. All these words have got no meaning. Transcendental meditation. You should use some words so that people should be attracted towards you, and they will come and ask you, what you said like this, what is the meaning of it? So you will be meaningful, not the words. Meaning will given to you. Mind? Mindfulness meditation. And some people, they say, go on shouting, dancing. Though you don't want to dance, no, forcibly. Go on dancing and shouting and doing something meaninglessly, beating each other, fighting with each other. Why? They say it is freedom of mind. Feel free. Feel free. Then only you will go there. So some attraction. All these words are such words which have got no meaning. What to speak of all these words? I say whatever you think, whatever you say, whatever you hear, everything is meaningless. Your mind is not there, meaningless. The mind word is meaningless, it has got no meaning. Mind is not there at all. How can you think and speak something? Your words are only air. Some vibrations, vibrated air system. So has it got any meaning? Am I right, wrong? Your speech is nothing but vibratory wind. My definition of your speech. Can you say it is wrong? So has it any meaning? Vibrations have meaning? If this is true, if you accept this, all whatever we have heard, whatever we speak, whatever we know yet, we suppose we have known so much, we have read so much, we have heard so much, all I have certificate. I have been a student of Yoga Shivir. I have certificate, isn't it? So all these are meaningless, useless, hopeless. Set fire to it. If you can accept this, then you will be able not to think, and then only you can meditate which is wanted. That is called meditation. Closing your eyes and thinking of what? Abnormal, what? Transcendental, normal words. You will go mad, nothing else. Give up all these, whatever you have heard, whatever you have spoken, whatever you have read, All these are meaningless, useless foolishness. Can you accept it? The moment you accept it, you will be free from all the running hither and thither, all restlessness. You can rest at peace. This is the truth, but it is hard to accept. I have to speak. Yes, yes, I am thinking it is true. This much at least I can speak. I cannot keep quiet. This is the whole trouble. And whatever we have learned from whole of Yoga Vasistha, only one thing, one word, keep quiet. This is the advice. One word. Silent. Silence, please. That is the essence of a whole Yoga Vasistha. And because we cannot understand it, we cannot keep quiet, we cannot have silence, that's why we are breaking our head every day. Understood now? Understood? What have you understood? Nothing. Nothing. What have you understood? Nothing. If you have understood nothing, then you are a man of understanding. I told you the story of a pope. He was very well-known and very wise man. He was admired by his followers, number of followers, and he was loved by everyone. He used to teach everyone. And all of a sudden, once he got some idea, he declared to all his devotees, please don't disturb, don't search for me. I am going to the woods for seclusion. Don't come behind me. So he disappeared in the woods for 12 years, complete 12 years. And then he came back. When he comes back, everybody was so glad. Our Guruji, our teacher must have learned so much in 12 years penance. Nobody he saw in the woods. So now we can, he will share with us, we can learn so much. Everybody was gathered and there was a big pandal. Everybody was waiting for him to speak something. They welcomed him with a grand ceremony and everybody with quite hearty love and respect asked him, "O great Guru, please share your knowledge with us. So much you must have heard." So he said, "Yes, I am very, very anxious to share it with you. Have patience. I have come to you to share my knowledge. That is my work. You know, I have got so much, so much. Surely I am going to share with you. All these 12 years in absolute seclusion, I was doing penance and got a great, great knowledge which nobody can have easily." "Yes, yes, what is that, Guruji?" Previously, I was thinking I was a great wise man, and after 12 years, I have come to understand that I am the greatest fool under the sun. There is no greater fool than me. This much I have understood. This is my knowledge. I have obtained this knowledge that I am the greatest fool. So if you have understood that you have not understood, that is real understanding. Whatever you have understood till now, it is all false, all misunderstanding, all assumptions, all meaningless, useless. It is not used for any good purpose. If at all you have learned so much, what is the use of it? What do you do with it?
Preach.
Huh?
Preach.
Preach. Preaching others. That is our work only. Eat something and vomit it. If you want to vomit, why go for years since your childhood to colleges and schools and different places? I will give you tablet, eat it, you will vomit everything. In a moment, everything will be preached to others. Whatever you have eaten, it will come out. So, till now, whatever we have understood, the state of the wise man's mind and how does he behave and how does he enjoy the desired objects and Vasistha ji told yesterday इच्छा रूपी छुरी से बिद्ध हुए हृदय में ऐसी वेदना उत्पन्न होती है कि जिसके लिए ये प्रसिद्ध मणिमंत्र आदि महौषधि सब कुंठित हो जाते हैं. So this yesterday Vasistha ji explained to Rama, "Oh Ram, my dear, this desire works as a knife, sharp knife. It hurts the heart so much that wound cannot be cured by any kind of medicine. This is called world disease, and it cannot be cured by any medicine or any mantra, tantra, anything you know in this world. No medicine can cure this disease." ब्रह्मा जी ने प्राणियों के दुखों की चिकित्सा करने के लिए जिन औषध मंत्र यंत्र आदि कार्य कारणों का निर्माण किया है, उनकी परीक्षा के लिए पहले ही मैंने विचार पूर्वक प्रयत्न किया, परंतु उनको मैंने मिथ्या भ्रांति के भार से आक्रांत पुरुष में चिकित्सा समर्थ नहीं पाया. Vasistha says, Ram, I have tried all sorts of medicines to cure this ignorance, which is caused by the knife of desires. That is ignorance. I have tried my level best, using all sorts of medicines, whatever is created by the Creator, but nothing could do anything. Ignorance cannot be removed by all these medicines. Desires cannot be destroyed by all these medicines. Nothing can do. So, then why are you talking all this? So he says, just be indifferent. It will get away by itself. If you don't look at the ghosts standing outside the gate, they will get away before dawn. Don't worry to drive them out. Don't bring pistols or AK-47. Nothing is required. They will get away. Vasistha says, I have tried all these medicines. That means it is incurable. Why? Why it is incurable? Because the disease itself is not there. सरदार जी क्या बोलते हैं? सरदार का शरीर में दर्द था जी. The disease is not there. जी आप बोलिए ना.
डॉक्टर साहब मेरा पूरा शरीर में दर्द होता है, इधर भी हाथ लगाऊं, translate Sadar goes to a doctor and tells the doctor, wherever I touch it, there's full body pain. Here, doctor asks,
Whole body is pain.
Here, wherever I touch, full body pain. Okay. Come tomorrow, we'll take X-ray, we'll take MRI, come tomorrow. Doctor, next day Sadar, doctor, what has come in the report? Whole body is pain. Where जहाँ भी touch करते हैं दर्द होता है. What has come in the report? Doctor says everything is fine. There's fracture in your finger.
Your finger has...
Everything is fine, only there's fracture in your finger.
So this is how all these medicines will not cure your desire. Desire is not there. Desire is the fracture of the mind.
Desire's word is not there in my dictionary. Desire word is not there.
Word is not there in my dictionary, in philosopher's dictionary, Guru's dictionary.
Guruji bola meaningless hai, everything. Meaning word is not there in my dictionary. Then the other Sardar says, you should have checked before buying the dictionary.
Yes. Without these words, how it can be dictionary? Why did you pay the full amount? Without these words. यदि शंका हो कि धर्म भ्रम सिद्ध किसी उपाय से ही भ्रम की चिकित्सा करेंगे, तो इस पर कहते हैं, if at all you have the question, how the ignorance can cure ignorance? Whatever you have, it is ignorance only. So, you say, abhyas na tikvante, vairagya na grihate. You have given so many methods to have God realization for the neophytes. And you say all these are useless. You say all these are within ignorance. Whatever you try, whatever you do as penan or whatever you do, all these are ignorance only. And you say you have to do all these without habit, without vairagya, without vivek, you cannot get anything. So indirectly you say, your ignorance only can remove your ignorance. So how do you say so? This is the doubt here. If you have such doubts, then he says, Vasistha says, यदि यह कहिए कि भ्रांति सिद्ध यानी हमारी भ्रांति से सिद्ध अवस्तु रूप किसी उपाय से अन्य भ्रांति सिद्ध दुख आदि का निवारण आदि व्यवहार हम कर लेंगे, तो इस पर हमारा यही उत्तर है कि हम लोगों के मनोरथ से सिद्ध अत्यंत विस्तृत मुख से दूसरे के स्वप्न में सिद्ध विस्तृत पर्वत को क्यों नहीं निकल जाता? If at all you say, we shall try, we shall do penance, we shall practice all these, because these scriptures, these texts, they have authentically said you have to do something. Without doing anything, you will not get any result. You have to do something. Go on practicing. All these we have methods. So if you say these methods can cure your desire, or you can get knowledge because of this is simply your misunderstanding. This itself is your ignorance. But he is telling of the final end. In the beginning, you have to climb the staircases. One who has reached the terrace, he said, "Oh fool, staircases are not the roof. You are standing somewhere in the landing. Somewhere you have to rest a while. So in every staircases, there will be a flat landing. So you are standing there and you are thinking you have reached the terrace. The person standing on the terrace says, "Oh fool, don't apply all these staircases to reach the roof. All these cannot help you." So what will you do? Will you start jumping to the terrace? Will you? Yes, I shall do it. I was practicing pole vault. 13 feet I could jump by pole vault. So I can reach the reach the terrace. But my dear, if you fall down, understand what will happen. Think. This is how by the grace of Guru or by grace of your own self, grace, your own self's grace means acceptance of everything at a time, doing nothing. Naiskarma siddhi, doing nothing. If you can, that is called self-blessing, grace, your own grace on yourself. Or Guru's grace. How do you get Guru's grace? If you believe in Guru's words, mantra moolam gurur vakyam, If you believe in Guru's words, then it is here and now. So you have to do nothing. But we don't believe. That is, believing faith on Guru's words is called Guru's grace. And Shastra, ka kripa, the grace of the scriptures to understand the real meaning, indirect meaning of the scriptures, because scriptures never express anything directly. Everything, the language itself is indirect. Language has symbolical meaning. It has got no direct meaning. So, if you can understand the indirect meaning, symbolical meaning, that is called grace of the scriptures. And God's grace, if you keep quiet, not thinking of God, that is God's grace. Don't trouble Him. That does not mean not thinking of God and thinking of world. That is also not the meaning. Not thinking of world nor God, because world is the reflection of God. So the moment you think of the world, you have to think of the God. So nothing of this or nor that. Keep quiet, don't think. That is called God's grace. Chitta vritti nirodha. That is called God's grace. So in this way, all these 4 types of blessings will make you to keep quiet. Vasistha is putting a question, means negative. Negatively, is it possible? Can you destroy the great Himalaya by atom bomb seen in the dream of your friend sleeping near you? Can you? Can you destroy the great Himalaya? What to speak of great Himalaya? Can you kill an ant seen in the dream of the friend sleeping near you? Can you kill it? Are you so weak, so useless? You cannot kill an ant. It is in the dream of the friend. Similarly, meaning to say, all your trial is meaningless if you try to kill that ant or destroy that Himalaya in the dream of your friend. It is meaningless. Meaningless. Similarly, if you try to do something, to do penance or to do bhakti yoga, kriya yoga, all these practice yoga and do everything, all these are meaningless. Don't do anything. But can you not do anything? Nahi kaschid kshanamapi jatu tishtatya karma krit. Nobody can keep quiet even for a moment without doing anything. That is the most difficult job. He says to keep quiet. Don't practice anything. Don't think of world. Don't think of God. Nothing to do. Can you remain without doing anything? Because you cannot, because you have lost the track, so somebody comes to guide you. My dear child, you have lost your track. You have been misguided and you are roaming in the dense forest. this forest is most dangerous, 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 so dangerous. Yes, Guruji. So be careful. So he guides you from the forest to the truck. Did he help you? Did he help you? In one sense, he did the best. From just opposite sense, he did nothing. You have come to your truck. From other meaning, he has not done anything. You are standing where you were there before. Just he has brought you back to the previous state. That is what gurus do. They just tell you are that. You are at the spot. My dear, don't go anyhow to search for it. You have already having this, the great wealth, great jewel. चिंतामणि तुम्हारे दिल में है, जो सोचोगे वो मिलेगा. तुम इसके पीछे क्यों जा रहे हो? Don't go in search of that fragrance. Don't run in the forest. It is in your navel. So all these are meaningless and worthless. भ्रांति सिद्ध वस्तु असल में असत होने के कारण परमार्थिक दुख निवारण में सामर्थ्य नहीं रहती. This we have discussed. All these desired objects of the world are not really real. They are not real. They are ever changing. They have nothing in it. You see, that's how all these cannot give you any pleasure. They are useless. We think by getting something we get some pleasure or some kind of happiness. We enjoy it. Some kind of enjoyment we get. But my dear, all are just like using the sweets, eating the sweets and enjoying, brought from the castle in the air, in the cities where all these sweets are made in the sky. So this is how you enjoy your worldly objects. They are baseless, so your enjoyment is also meaningless. They cannot give you any pleasure, so don't think of it. जिसका विचार मात्र से विनाश हो जाता है. भ्रांति सिद्ध असत पदार्थ से यदि व्यवहार मान लें तो सत्संग के आकाश क्यों नहीं आच्छादित हो जाता. इससे तत्व ज्ञान अभिव्यक्त परमार्थिक ब्रह्म ही सर्ववेद ब्रह्मों के निवारण का उपाय है, दूसरा नहीं. Only, it says, only the knowledge can drive out the ignorance. Ignorance cannot do anything to get the knowledge. Ignorance cannot help you to get the knowledge. Knowledge will help you. So don't think of the ignorance. Don't think of the world. That is the only way. The knowledge is there is no ignorance in the end. There is no ignorance. Accept it. You are the knowledge itself. You are nothing other than the knowledge. So what is knowledge? How you are the knowledge? I am the body. I am the senses. I am the mind. I am the prana. I am prani. I have prana. I am dehi. I have a body. I am bodied person. I am a person. I am personified. So, so, हमारा क्या विचार था?
दूसरों के स्वप्न में देखे
वो जो whatever we see outside, whatever for we desire, we have to get this, we have to get that. All these objects are not total existence. It has got no existence. It is not total there. So, what is existing? The existence exists. You cannot deny the existence of everything. That means absolute existence does exist. The name and form never exist. Name and forms never exist. If you are a form body, that is not at all found to be there. It has got no existence. Every moment it is changing, so it has got no existence. So what is there? The existence of this false identity is there. Existence is there. You cannot deny the existence. The absolute all-pervading existence, that is known as the truth, which is never changeable, and the existence knows itself. I as a body cannot know what is existence. I as a body cannot know what is existence, but I as existence can know what is existence. Understood? Existence understands what is existence, and that understanding is called awareness, that is called knowledge of existence. Existence knows that it exists. That is called knowledge. Knowledge is not found in ignorance. Understood? So knowledge knows knowledge. Just as the day doesn't know what is night. Night cannot understand what is day. That is what is stated in Gita. Na bhavo vidyate satah, na sato vidyate bhava. The existence cannot have non-existence, or non-existence cannot have existence. Absence cannot know what is presence. The presence doesn't know what is absence. They are just opposite to each other. Similarly, whatever you desire for, those objects are not existing, but the absolute existence which knows itself as existence and which is satisfied, contented with the knowledge of its existence. That is called Sat Chit Anand. That only exists as all omnipotent, omniscient and omnipresent truth. That is one only, but we see it in three aspects. In this way, the existence exists and all other things other than it cannot exist. So your desires are baseless and your enjoyment of desired objects are baseless, and neither you can get it, nor you can give it up, nor you can root it out, nor you can fight against it. So in this way, Vasistha ji explained to Rama, my dear Ram, be indifferent towards this world. Don't think of it. Don't think of the desires. Desires are not to be found when you analyze analytically and logically, sincerely. When you go on discussing mentally, contemplate over it, they never appear to be there. Neither desires nor desire objects, nor any enjoyment of happiness or sorrow. Nothing is there. So, my dear Ram, keep quiet. This is the final. This is the state of a man of understanding, man of knowledge. The great wise men, they keep quiet in this way, inwardly. And body-wise, they do everything because body is, it is not there for them. For us only we see they do something body-wise. But for them, they do nothing. Akarta, bhukta. Tomorrow we shall see further. Hari Om. Hari Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sadguru Bhagavan ki jai, Satchidanand Bhagavan ki jai, Sabda Brahma ki jai, Saraswati Maharani ki jai, Jogavasini Bhagavan ki jai. Hare